So here we are. We are right now into the spring sprint. I should know this. The spring sprint of the 8-week transformation challenge. I kind of wanted to check in and just kind of provide like an updated video, kind of where I'm at, where I've gone, just kind of how things are going. I know I posted my initial video for the year. I think it was back in January, maybe February, somewhere in the first New Year's sprint, probably about like maybe halfway through. And I was actually just watching that video this morning, and I know part of it's like the weather's nicer now, but I can't believe how far I've come in 2020 already. I'm definitely overcoming obstacles that I have had for the last probably 5 years or so, and I know what part of the change has been. I know it's been a few things. So I know I spoke of like being 2 months away from my internship. Currently I am pretty much done now. All I have to do is do some exit interview things and I'm done. I'll be waiting for the verification to be able to sit for the registered dietitian exam. So that's my next step. But there's so many things that have taken place, even with like the madness of quarantine. Let me talk about it. When I first had a lot of issues, I know I spoke of injuring my ankle, which was one of the biggest factors that like set me into this mood of just not wanting to work out. Part of me did want to work out, but I couldn't. But the biggest driver in the last 2 years that has spiraled me downward is something that I talk about, but I don't necessarily care to talk about. So I'm going to leave this short. But the biggest thing was going through a miscarriage. And it wasn't planned. So I think the biggest thing for me was just the mental aspect kicked me big time. It just really threw me for this loop, and I think that's why like the last 2 years have been like worse for me, and I've gained more weight, and I think that was a lot of it. I felt a lot of guilt. I felt like it was something that I did, and I could explain more, but I don't know. I guess I don't really want to talk about it. But anyway, so I think that's kind of why I kind of went down rather than getting better, just because I went through all of that. But this year, I think, especially after having spent some time at First Form headquarters and meeting the team there who are amazing, and just being able to work with them and really, I mean, I met them, but from the standpoint of like, you know, knowing who they are, I felt so welcomed, and I felt like I already knew who they were, and they were already my friends, just from being there. So, and now that I'm more a part of First Form, it is just completely changing my life. Spring sprint, or the New Year sprint, excuse me, it wasn't super difficult, but it definitely wasn't easy. But I do see, looking back now, that it was definitely a stepping stone for me. I actually wound up with 1 transformer in that challenge, which, you know, I was just kind of getting my feet wet. But now I have a team of 4, not including myself. So I've really it's really been holding me accountable, working with them and making sure that I'm doing what I'm doing, along with holding them accountable, which has really helped. I've stepped in and out of 75 hard a few times. This last time that I failed it was just because it was a simple mistake of thinking I drank all my water and I didn't. But now I'm on day 8 today, I believe, of 75 Hard again, which I haven't gotten past day 8. So today will definitely it'll be nice to accomplish day 8 today. But it's definitely changing my mindset. And also just kind of knowing where I'm going now after being done with my internship. I've made the decision to go back to active duty and be an officer as a registered dietitian. Definitely has made me realize that I need to step up my leadership game. I've been reading a lot more into leadership. I've been reading Jocko's books. Right now I'm in Extreme Ownership. I recently finished FM02. Which for you guys is his tactical or leadership strategy and tactics book, which might be over some people's heads a little bit, but after spending 10 years in the military myself, like I completely understood what he was talking about. So I wish I had that book when I had become a newly ingrained NCO. So anyway, definitely have been moving forward. I've definitely been stepping up. And I'm seeing great changes in my team, which I had never expected. I can't believe where I'm going. It's just a complete 180, and it's somewhere that I knew that I needed to go, but I just was so unsure if I was ever going to get there. And I can now feel like I'm actually like stepping in the right direction, and I'm not stepping backwards anymore. And I'm seeing the changes within myself physically and mentally. And physically, the scale hasn't really moved a whole lot, but it's happening. And I just can't wait to see where this year ends up. I spoke with some of the races that I was going to do, which, as we all know, with quarantine, my half marathon got canceled. My full marathon got canceled. My ultra marathon that is in the end of June is kind of pending right now. I'm hoping they don't cancel it, but kind of when all that happened too, which was right after I made the last video, I kind of just let my guard down too, and kind of took a step back. When you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, well, that was my step back. But my plan is to actually run the marathon on my own, hopefully with the help of some family and friends. So we'll see. Hopefully by the end of this month I'll get that knocked out. And I'm hoping to still run the ultra, because I think just in general, like, I just need to show myself that I can do it. So yeah, just kind of wanted updates, create an update video, kind of where I am. I definitely feel so much better. I feel like I can accomplish so much more. Yeah, there's definitely things that I still need to work on, which I'm working on day by day, but it's the small little tasks. If you guys haven't heard of The Power List by Andy Frisella, you guys need to go check out his podcasts for that. So I've been utilizing that as well, but I think I'm in a good place. So I definitely feel like not a completely different person, but a different person from where I was about more like 3 months ago now. So yeah.